This is my prayer for us as we walk through this study, that when you and I look out across the plethora of social issues that are most prevalent in our day, whether it's poverty, abortion, orphans and widows, sex slavery, same-sex marriage, sexual morality, racism, immigration, religious liberty, ultimately the unreached, that we would view every single one of these issues through the lens of zeal for the glory of God. That's where countering culture must start. When we see poverty in the world, we are provoked to act. Why? Because we long for God to be praised as the defender of the poor and the helper of the weak. If we can't sit back silently, if He's not being praised, it's these things. When we see abortions, we're provoked to act. Why? Because we long for God to be glorified as the author of life, who creates every single baby beautifully in His image. When we see the orphan crisis in the world, we're provoked to act. Why? Because we long for God to be known as the father to the fatherless. When we see millions of girls trafficked for sex around the world, we're provoked to act. Why? Because we long for God's justice to be made known among those traffickers and God's mercy to be experienced by those whom they're trafficking. When we see the acceptance of homosexuality in the redefinition of marriage, we're provoked to act. Why? Because we long for God to be acknowledged as the creator of men and women and sexuality and marriage, and we don't have the prerogative to redefine what He alone has designed. When we see racism, we're provoked to act. Why? Because God deserves the exact same praise from all peoples, tribes, tongues, and languages. So see it at the root of this. God, make us zealous for Your glory. May the anthem rise from our lips, our lives, across this culture in which we live, and across cultures to the ends of the earth, that You are the creator, sustainer, ruler, savior, father, king, judge of the world, and You deserve the praise of all people. And because we believe that, we're not going to sit back silently. We're going to speak out and live with contrite, compassionate courage with this gospel, because we're zealous for the glory of God.